Mr. Lentil, as I understand this bill, we expand the definition of assault weapons, but we allow everyone who has a weapon that today is legal, but tomorrow would be defined as an assault weapon, to keep that weapon. Is that correct?
That's correct.
There's no confiscation.
None.
There's no buyback. There's no elimination of these guns.
That's correct.
So all these guns that this bill would make illegal today will still be out in the public tomorrow, correct?
Well, what would be illegal is if the person who has a right to have the gun and registers it tries to sell it to somebody in New York.
But he has a year. He has a year to register it. So
That's right.
between this morning when I got up and all these guns were legal, and if this passes tomorrow when they're all illegal, all these guns covered by this, they're still out there, right?
That's right.
So why was this such a necessity that we adopt this legislation today and that we not get the legislation? I didn't get a copy of it till nearly midnight. What is the emergency that changes this whole dynamic?
I think the emergency exists in beginning to register these weapons so that we have a handle on them.
So if we waited till Friday to register them, there would be some sort of catastrophic event other than the fact that the federal government might beat us to this registration requirement?
No, I think the haste is the faster we get it, hopefully the faster we can prevent other crimes.
Is there any emergent situation, though, between today, Tuesday, and Thursday or Friday of this week that would have enabled us time to get copies of this legislation out to our constituents and to reach out to affected groups and get their advice and counsel?
I don't think we know the answer to that question. All I can tell you is that it would be a tragedy, wouldn't it, if we waited till next week to do it and we had a shooting in a school by somebody who owned a banned assault rifle?
Indeed, I think it would be a tragedy, and of course this legislation wouldn't prevent that, would it? Because all those guns are still going to be out there on the street tomorrow, right?
True, but we have at least a registration of those who have the weapons so that we can check to determine whether or not they have disqualified themselves from having the weapon because of mental incapacity or other.
But as we noted, that they have a year to do that registration.
That's right.
Right.
So the longer we wait, the longer we don't get the information.
So we're really concerned about that time period between January 15th, 2014 and January 17th, 2014, right? That extra 3 days at the end of the one-year registration. I'm sorry, Joel.
I think that's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. I don't want to wait more than a couple of days, but you know we have to give some lead time in the law, and we understand that.
We